Um, but I don't even think he would have given it to him because the way he was saying it just felt like he was like, nah, I'm not in a full agreement with that decision. Um, so which was again, it's nice to have that kind of support. And then if you see the response online, at the time I was a bit hard on myself, but you see a response online, I'm like, okay, fair enough. And then when I finally did watch it back, I was like, oh, I see what everyone's talking about. So yeah, as much as it's a loss on the record, I don't feel like it's done anything bad for my uh, status or my ability to kind of keep climbing the ladder and get to the top.
Where does this leave you now?
So where I'm at now is I'm actually looking to just head down, knuckle down on doing more grappling. Because what I actually think, and actually one of part of my processing was, yes, when I'm doing jujitsu in the class with somebody, I feel great. Doing wrestling in the class with somebody, I feel great. Obviously a few mistakes here and there, but in general, I feel good. Everybody has this somebody in their gym or some bodies in their gym where in the gym they are unbelievable. And then when they get to the stage,
Yeah.
they just, for some reason, cannot get that thing that we see every day in the gym. They cannot get it out. Usually the pressures of the whatever.
We had Spencer Fear on. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Spencer Fear was here the other day, and
my boy.
he won like Fight of the Year,
Uh,
and back in 2003, won Fight of the Year, and we saw some of his fights, and he said everybody saw me in the gym,
mm-hmm.
and I was amazing when it didn't transpire when I was in the ring. Like I wasn't that guy.
Every everyone has that somebody in the gym, and it's unfortunate because so again, as a teammate, you're like, man, I wish the world can see what I get to see every single day. Um, yeah, so I after thinking about it like that, I was like, that's what I feel my grappling is to me. In the gym, grappling is on point, but it switches off and I'm not as responsive as I would be for like striking. I'm not as responsive or confident in it on stage. And yet, but if everybody was to see me grappling in the gym, you'd be like, oh damn, this guy can grapple. So I'm like, let me knuckle down and I want to get that for right now, focus just on that to the point where I just feel like anywhere I am, I just feel good. Um Grappling, and then it just means again I'm gonna be able to, I get to force every single person that fights me to one area, which is to strike with me, and no one can strike with me. So yeah, that's the plan for right now. And then
Do you have to be strategic to who you fight then?
nah, this is what I want to try and get to. I feel if I get once not if once I get this thing fixed, and it's not going to take me long because it's in there. I just need to just unlock
Unlock it.
something. Once I focus on this, unlock this one something, I can fight whoever the hell I want. And that's the great thing about being at this stage. And like I said, how confident I am in my striking. If I get that same confidence anywhere else, every time you get me to what you deem a bad position, you'll still be like, oh, you're still defending, like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then you're going to pull back to stand back up to get space because the grappling is still aggressive.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself back in the deep end again.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. So then if I'm in that place, who can beat me? What are you going to do? Take me down? Like, we're still aggressive. You can't stand up with me. Like it leaves you nowhere. It leaves you again surviving, but surviving with nothing. You can't hold me. You can't survive in literally running or just covering or just waiting for the time. And that's what I want to get to. So once I get to that place, um, I'm just gonna go on a killing spree. Just literally one after the other, back to back, any big name, and just take them out.
Do you have any dream fights out there?
Nah, no dream fights, man. Um, because everyone's just the same to me. It's just food. They're all food. I don't see it as this one person, this one person. Yeah, like there's so many, which is great at the moment. There's so many talented big names out there at the
Yeah.
moment. It's great that my sport is providing that. Makes for a more exciting sport to watch. There's so many like integral names now, whereas before you might have the odd one or two. And now people are like, damn, there's in this division there's like 6 guys, in that division there's like 5 guys. This, you know what I mean? They're all over the place.
Mhm.
So it's great. So yeah, for me, it's just a case of just the aim is to get this belt in my division, then move up, see what I can do up there, and just have fun from there.
We want to see that too, man. We
Yeah,
really
man.
do. I remember my editor Jazz said to me, Michael's fighting, bro. Michael's fighting. I was like, because I'm up at the night and it was just a bit too late for me. But
Mm.
I'm like, 7 o'clock in the morning, that's the first thing I'm going to check on YouTube
Yeah,
to watch it. And I was actually so not disappointed. I wasn't disappointed in you. I was just disappointed with the decision
yeah.
because I went, it didn't. I don't know a lot about UFC,
Mm,
but it didn't look like Michael lost. So when I spoke to Jazz, he was just like, he didn't lose, bro.
mm,
Like that was max a draw. He
yeah,
did not lose. That was so
yeah.
unfair. And then he's got a community, and it was just a bit like, you know what I mean? Like, I was a bit upset. So, before we wrap this one, I just want to ask for a few fight predictions,
Mm-hmm,
and that's across all fighting, not just UFC.
mm-hmm.
So you got Anthony Joshua versus Triple D. Triple D is the young lion, and he's trying to prove something. He's been given the full IBF belt. They're going to be fighting. Anthony Joshua's got something to prove that he's going to make it 3-time world champion. Who you got winning?
You're talking about what's the young buck's name? I literally just forgot his name now.
Daniel
Dubois. Okay,
Dynamite Dubois.
so I've sparred Dubois before.
Wow.
Mm,
You're joking.
I've sparred Dubois before. It was a while ago. But one thing I said, and it's weird, when he fought Anthony Joshua, I was talking to, no, sorry, when he fought Joe Joyce, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's very into boxing, and he was like, "Nah, man, trust me, Dubois, man, da da da." And I said, "He's a quitter." And he's like, "No, what makes you say that?" I was like, "Because I've made him quit before."
Mm,
And I don't mean it in like he just got frustrated. And I just says that that's a very telling sign of your mind. He's very powerful, and it's not just him. There's a lot of guys that depend on power. If it doesn't go well, or they get hit too hard back, they struggle with it. It's almost like a bully tactic to it. Like I'm so used to bullying. When I get bullied, I don't know how to come out of it. Um, I think Dubois, he's super powerful and and to be fair, his last fight, he showed me otherwise.
yes.
So I think something is changing, which is good. And Anthony Joshua's last couple of fights, his attitude seems to be coming back, which is good. So weirdly enough, this is the perfect collision, perfect time
Mm,
for both of them. Because all the flaws that was seeing in both of them seem to be kind of coming too. But when Anthony Joshua's on and he has the right attitude, I'd say Anthony Joshua.
yeah.
Dubois, I'd say probably the more skillful of the two. But I think Anthony Joshua is the smarter of the two.
Mhm. We had Johnny Fisher here 3 weeks ago. He's top 10 in the UK boxer.
Mm,
And he knocked his last opponent out in 36 seconds. He said he's sparred with Daniel
mm.
Dubois, and he said that's the hardest puncher I ever faced.
100%. He's which is why I was had to be on my A game, because if that guy touches me, it's a problem.
Mm,
Obviously, there's the weight disparity anyway,
big time.
but if that guy touches me, it's a problem.
Yes.
But which is why again he got frustrated because he wasn't able to land anything clean, which he's just used to, just like I said, just having his way.
Yeah.
And then again, when he got with Joe Joyce and everything that your land is not working, and then he's still coming forward, that I think, I'm sorry, I don't believe there was anything wrong with his eye. I think he was just like defeated, like. And then obviously with Usyk, there's argument about where low
Was
blow,
it a
blah
low?
blah 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 blah.
It didn't
But
look like a low blow to
didn't
me.
it wasn't? I don't think it was a low blow. But at the same time, Usyk is a very smart person, smart fighter, and even still, regardless of whether it was or wasn't, he was still winning that fight, and is gonna and beat you anyway. Pretty much on the same kind of thing. I kind of think sometimes he gets overwhelmed. If Anthony plays a very slow paced fight, he likes to be a bit more slow paced. If he plays a slow paced fight, it might maybe work against him if he has that like the aggressive attitude and keeps the pressure on him